Hey, good folks. Dr. Charlie here. This is the second part in a four-part series. You know what? It might turn into five parts, but four-part series at the moment. Second, about astrology basics. There is a disclaimer video. I encourage you to check that out, particularly for astrology. Today's topic, then, in this second part, are the water signs. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So, Pisces, so Cancer emotes emotionally. Scorpio emotes physically, and Pisces is in the middle. So what that means, we'll start with Cancer. Cancer is my astrological opposite. That means it's 6 signs away from me in both directions. So people who are Cancer tend to be very emotional, and you always know what they're feeling, and their emotions are broadcasted. They're the first thing that are broadcast to everyone. If a Cancer is upset, you are aware of it. If a Cancer is happy, you're also aware of it. Cancers tend to be very, very romantic, like in a every day could be a telenovela, sort of romantic. My practical Capricorn was like, it doesn't quite understand that, but many Cancers do. So the idea of romance, the idea of being romantic is really important to most Cancers. And also in like sharing of things in a way. I met a Cancer woman and her mate. I don't remember what her mate was, but he said, do you not understand that I love you? I pay the bills, I do all of this, I take care of that in a material way. And she said, and what was really important to her was they shared fries. They're eating out and fries, and he offered her some of her fries, and that was really meaningful to her. And that, I think, is really key in understanding Cancers and how they communicate in the world. It's extremely emotionally. They also tend to be very sensitive to a lot of things. A lot of people who are empaths are also Cancer. Their sign is Cancer. And so they emote emotionally. So very, very much their emotions are kind of the framing of their world. I'm going to skip to Scorpio. Scorpio, because that's kind of the opposite end of that. Scorpio, most people who are Scorpio are very good lovers. So again, they emote physically. So they're very good lovers because one of the ways that they show love is through physical action, and in this case through their bodies, like through loving someone else. Scorpios are also Scorpio, I would say men in particular, but it is true for both men and women, and I guess all genders. I don't need to make that two genders. Scorpio people, they're really hard to pin down. Once you have them, especially a Scorpio man, again, if you have a Scorpio man and he has expressed actually commitment in a physical show up kind of way, like his actions express his commitment, then you will likely have him for the duration, for a long-term period of time. So, but Scorpios don't necessarily verbalize their emotions. You might feel energetically their emotions, but they may not have spoken their emotions. And if they do, sometimes in my experience, I want Scorpios to be fire signs and Sagittarius to be water signs, but that is obviously not true. So Scorpio as a water sign, then, like, the emotion is there, but it is going to show up a lot more physically than a Cancer who shows up in the emotions, like full on in the emotions. A Pisces is somewhere in between, is literally somewhere in between. My experience with Pisces, and I've experienced a lot of Pisces, they do emote. They emote. You can see their emotions, like they sort of wear their emotions on their sleeve, whereas a Cancer wears it everywhere, and a Scorpio might wear their emotions in their actions. A Pisces is again that middle ground, where a Pisces is also more likely to be able to express their emotions in a way that doesn't seem so huge, I would say, like in a way that is a little bit more contained. Pisces Also, they're also good lovers. They're more likely to listen. They're more likely to say, "Oh, is this something that works for you?" And they're more likely to do that as a lover, in a lovership as well as in regular life, where Pisces can function, but they're kind of a combination of being in their head, in their emotions, and being out in the world. Women Pisces, in my experience, honestly, many, and I know a lot of Pisces. So a good number of the women Pisces I know, in some ways, found even that expression of emotion dangerous, and so withdrew into kind of a more contained, I'm not necessarily going to give you all of my emotions all the time, in their stance in the world. So Pisces can be thinkers. They can be like emotional thinkers, I guess I would call it. Definitely aware of their emotions, and maybe they've decided that those emotions are not worth feeling, and so sometimes they may shut that off. Pisces. So again, Pisces are the combination of, I would say, the Cancer and the Scorpio, who, and in their ways to emote, ways to express their emotions. All right, and water is always going to be emotions. Water is always going to be sort of the realm of feelings. So Pisces also, all three feel really deeply, and they show that in different ways. So a Scorpio shows that through physical actions. A Cancer shows that through, like, these are my emotions, this is what I'm feeling, and I'm feeling this right now. And a Pisces is kind of the combination. If asked, the Pisces may be able to verbalize, this is what I'm feeling, and this is how it's affecting me. And that may also show up in their actions. Like, it's more like a withdrawal of action to me, at least in my experience with Pisces, especially if they're hurt or, feeling some sort of way. It's sort of a withdrawal of my presence and my physical and emotional actions toward you. All right, that's enough about water signs. There's going to be at least a part 3 and 4 about air and fire signs, and there may be a part 5 that is just kind of a little bit more astrology basics more generally. All right, y'all, this is Dr. Charli. Take great care. I'll connect again soon.